So today topic is how to change the primary group. This is for the primary group. This one, how to change primary group, and in a capital G, how to change the supplementary group. I will discuss the primary group, how to change and how to change secondary group, and how to add a user in multiple groups. So we can append also. So we use here this one option, and after this, so we can add a user in a multiple supplementary group. So that is about the supplementary group also. So this one. So these three topics, after completing these, I will start the new concept. So these completed. So any doubt about these earlier topic, Vijay? Any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, then I will start these. So suppose I am creating a user, the username is muser1, this one, and I am also create the another user muser2 and providing the password for this user. So what is the command to provide the password by using the echo command? So what is the command? Have you remember or not?
No, sir.
Suppose I am providing this particular password. So I want to provide this one. Then give the command passwd. Then after this type here std standard std input. So it will take input from this one. So changing password successfully, your password will be changed. So it will automatically type the password by using this particular command. So we can type the password through the keyboard, and we can also type the password through this one, this particular command, and using this particular echo concept. Same for the second user, this one. So I will provide the password, and I am creating also the group add. So my group name is group 01, this one, and I'm checking my group and user is created or not. So we use cat/etc passwd, this one. So these users also created, and what is the about the group, this one. So my group also has been created. So at this time there is no part of this particular group. There is no user.
So show the previous command, sir. Show the previous command. How to check the group is created or not?
How to check
Group created or not? Press up arrow.
Group status.
Yeah. You said that you have created a. Initially, you just.
So this one is
this
one is the command to check group is created or not.
Okay.
This one.
Okay, sir.
And this is for the users. This one for the users. All the user information contained in this particular file. And
okay.
All the group information contained in this particular file. And your password information that is in a shadow file, and group password is in G shadow file. So in this we want to check this user is created or not. So give the name of that user, group 01. So this is my user, and I want to add M user 1, M user 2 in this particular secondary group. So this is my secondary group. And I want to add these users. That is, I want to add these users M user 1 and M user 2. So I want to add these users, this one and this one, in this particular group. So how we can add? So have you remembered the command to add the user in a group?
Yes, sir.
So this is my command, user mode, then capital G, this one, that I am telling this one. So this is the command to add a user in a group, supplementary group for the user account. So we can add any user account in this particular supplementary group. Because when we create any user by using the group add command, that is also known as the supplementary group. And when we create any user account, so the primary group will automatically create it. We can't create primary group. This will automatically create when we create any user account. Just like that. Suppose just I am creating this particular user. This also known as the group also. I will show you. When we create this one, this is also a group, but this is primary group. This is also a group, but this is primary group. And this is a secondary group. So I am telling about this and this also. So this, for this, we can use -G in a simple, and in this, we can use -G in a capital letter. So these two commands, this belong to primary group, this one only just G, not only G, -G, it's -G. And in a capital G, so for the supplementary group. So my question is that I want to add these two users in this particular group. So how we can add? So we use user mode command, this is my command, and use -G option for the secondary group, and this is my secondary group. So type here the name of the secondary group and which user you want to add. This is my user that I want to add in this particular group. So this one. So now this user will be added in this particular group by this particular option. So this is my concept. How to add any user, any regular user in a secondary group. So this is the option to add a user in a secondary group. And I want to add another user also, this one also. And I want to check this user is added or not. So now you can check here. So these two users will be added in this particular group. So any doubt here, Vijay?
No, sir.
And Rahul also. Any doubt, Rahul? Okay. So now we continue for the next one. So I want to add, okay. I want to add this particular user in another group also. So how we can add? Suppose we have also another group. Group add group 02. This is my secondary, another group. And I want to check how many users in this group. At this time, there is no user in this group. And this group is belong to sales department. This group is belong to account department. And this is the person that handle account also and sales also and account also, both. So at this time, this is the part of this particular group, but not a part of this particular. So I want to add this user this group also, and this group also. So how we can add this? Suppose if we use this particular command, I want to add, this is my group name, and I want to add user1 also, m user1 also to be a part of group 02. Then I want to check this is added or not. At this time this will be added, but now check here, but it will remove from this particular group. But my question is that I want to add one user in a two group, but when we use this particular command, so it will overwrite, remove this particular user from any group. It can be part of any group, remove that group and will become the part of new group. But I want this will remain same, part of this group also and new group also. Then how I can do this? So we should add -a option, this one. So this is used for to append a user more than one group. So this will also complete it, this will also complete. So these two parts will be complete. So I will show you. I want to add this particular group. This is my group 01 and this particular user. Now you can check here. This is my group 1 and this is my group 2. Now you can check. This is my user, m user1, also part of this group, and this will also become a part of this group also. So by using this particular command, we can add one user more than one group. So aim is it not overwrite, just so it perform the appending function, not remove from this particular group, also append in this particular group also. So any doubt, Vijay and Rahul?
No doubt.
Okay. Then, so what is the use of this one command? This one. So where I can use this? Mostly I use supplementary group. Then how I can use this one? So any knowledge regarding this primary group? Rahul, have you knowledge about this? Okay. Okay. So I will tell you, suppose if you are creating a file folder, suppose I want to switch this particular user, this one, this is my user, and this user creating your personal files, folders, database, it can create. So it is creating file 01. So see here. So what is this? This is user owner. And what is this? This is a group owner. So this is the primary group. This is the primary group. This is not a secondary group at this time. When we create any particular file, any particular folder, the file will become a user ownership and it will also take a group ownership of this particular user, because when we create any user, so user will be create and the same name for the group, that is known as primary group. So this is the primary group, but we can change this as a secondary. But during the creation of any file, any folder, so what is the primary group of that particular user? So how I will check this one? So this one is the command by which we can check. So this is my primary group, but how I can differentiate this is my primary group or this is my primary group? So we can use another command also. So this is the command by which we can check. So which one is my primary group? So this is user owner. It means this is my user and this is the primary group information. So this is your primary group. And in a groups, the first one is the primary group, then the another one is the secondary group. This is also the secondary group. This is also the secondary group, and this one is the primary group. That is groups. So it will be a part of primary group. So when we change the primary group of this particular user, then this part will be changed automatically when we create any file. When we create any file, the primary group will remain same. So for any other reason, so we can change the primary group also. So I will show you how to change the primary group. So this is your primary group. Then I will show you this command and -g for the primary group. I will group add, group add sales already created, new sales, this one, cat / etc pass wd, not pass wd, group. So this group will be created. I want to become this group as a primary group. So user add -g new sales. For which particular user? M user 1. Okay. Change the command here, that is user mode command, this one. So now you can check id m user 1. So this part will be changed, see here, because this is the primary group information. Then switch this particular user m user 1 and create other file, touch file 02. So now check. So this will automatically change. I am not changing this one. This automatically, this I have created earlier. You can see here. Okay. Which one? This one. This one. See, this is my file 01. What is the user owner? This one. What is the group owner? This one. But now I'm not changing this particular, but use this particular command. So this primary group will be automatically applied that you have. At this time we have the primary group, this one. So this is the concept to apply the primary group ownership. So this is user owner and this is my group owner. So any doubt here?
Sir?
Yes, tell me.
Sir, my -g small g is used for primary group and capital G is used for secondary group.
Yes, yes.
If so, while we make the file like blank file, while we make, then we create, or then we already created a primary group.
Yes,
then,
yes.
So what is the use then my -g to modify or to?
For any file, if you are creating any folder, any file all types of information. The primary group information is this. By default, this one and this one is same.
Okay.
When you change any user primary group, mostly we can't change this.
Okay.
For any other reason you want to change your primary group, mostly we change secondary group, that is capital G.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mostly. But for any reason, if you want to change,
Then
when
we
we
use,
create any file, any folder, the group will be this one. So it will automatically apply it. You can't change this.
okay. Okay.
So
Done.
this is the regarding. So this is your user ownership information, this one, and this is your primary group information. This is also the primary group information, and this one is the secondary group.
So means if we want to change the primary group, then you used to apply minus hyphen G.
Yes, yes. You
Okay,
can
sir.
use hyphen G
Okay, sir.
in a simple. That is not in a capital letter, in a small letter.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you are creating this one, mkdir jet11, see here, what is your primary group?
New cells.
This one. Suppose if you are deleting this particular group, this will not deleted. Try this group group dev. So that is new sales. See here, this is the primary group of any user. Primary group cannot be changed if this will be a part of any particular file, any folder. When we change this one, because this particular group, this one is the primary group of this user, so we should remove this one, then we can delete this particular group. Suppose if we remove that group from the primary group, we use which command? User mode command, hyphen G, group group 0T. I want to become this particular group as a primary group for this particular user. Then you can delete this. If in any condition you want to delete your primary group, so first remove that particular group, then you can delete this. So this group will be deleted. Now you can check, this will be deleted. But see here, su-m user1, I'm not changing anything, but this will be changed automatically, this one, due to this is the primary group, this one, for this user. You can use groups command and you can use id command. So by this one. So for some reason we use this particular concept, so we can change the primary group. So this is all about the primary group, secondary group, and how to append a user more than one group. Okay, so this modification concept will be complete. So I have completed all of these things: how to apply the comment, how to change primary group, how to change secondary group, how to append a user more than one group, how to change the home directory, how to move the home directory, how to change the cell, lock the user, unlock the user. So any doubt regarding these concepts? Then I will move to the new one concept.
Sir, in my hyphen G, another is there hyphen GID.
This is the small option. We can also use hyphen comment, and we can also use hyphen C. So we can use in a small, we can use in a length. So these both options will be same.
Okay.
Suppose I will show you one example. Which one example I will show you? Okay, I will show you this one example. We can also use hyphen s in a short format, or we can also use hyphen hyphen shell in a long format. See here. When we use user add command, I want to change the cell. We can use S option, and we can also use hyphen hyphen. When we use 2 times hyphen, it will be a long format. When we use single hyphen, it will be a short format. Hyphen hyphen SHELL. So it is a long format. We can also format the short format, and we can also use the long format. And which cell we want to assign? /sbin no log in. And which user you want to create? muser3. This one. Check /etc pass wd grep then muser3. See here. So this cell will be changed because I use this option. So we can use in a short format, we can use in a long format. You can see also here when we type user add hyphen hyphen help. See here, there are 2 types of format. This is the short format and this is the long format. This is the short format, this is the long format. Clear? Hello, Rahul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see here, I have one more option. See here. So this is to create. I will show you how to create the system account. If you want to create the system account for any service purpose, suppose it can be your Samba service, it can be your FTP service, it can be your NFS service. For that particular service, you want to create a system account. So you can use this particular concept. I will show you. This is not in this particular, so I will this one hyphen systm system by using the long format, and I want to create user muser4. So see the difference, that is user4. So how can you differentiate it is a system user and this is a regular user? How to differentiate this? This is my system account and this is my normal account. How can we differentiate? So please tell me, both of you, Bijay and Rahul. Any idea about this? And see here, check the differences. What is the difference?
Sir, the
Login and no login.
login and the low login, no, sir, the number 977975 user and group number.
Okay. So what is the ID number for the regular account, for the root account, for the system account? Have you knowledge about this?
Sir, it should be below 900
Which number?
for ID account, root account. It should be below 900.
900.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Means
Vijay?
999 below 999.
Okay. So this is the difference. That is the 0 is the UID, that is belong to UID and also belong to GID, group ID. So user ID and group ID for the root user, that is always 0. See here, when we type here root, it always be, always, which one? that is 0. See here, what is this? This is root. See here, this is root. So for the root account, user ID and group ID will always 0, but for the system account, it start from 1 to 999. So this is the digit. But if we are using RHEL 6, so that is 1 to 499. This one in RHEL 6. In RHEL 6. But I am not discussing about this. So this number start from 1 to 999 for the system account. System account. But for the regular account, it start from 1002 up to 65K. 65,000. This is the exact number, 65,536. So it can be up to 65K for all the regular user account. Regular users. I will show you this one. So these numbers, just this is the India, and I will show the another one also. This one, check here. Below 65,534. So it can be this. So these are about the regular users. So it can be started up to 1000 and 1000 also, from the 1000 to 65K above. So this is about the user ID and group ID. Then, so any doubt, Vijay?
No, sir.
No doubt, sir, regarding this.
So I will move to the new portion. So these are completed, this also completed, group also completed. So I will start Red Hat. How to provide this one, sudo privileges.
Sir,
Yes, yes.
one I have to ask that if like while we delete system account or regular account, the number
Yes.
also get the account, the number which they provided, that also get deleted.
No, not deleted. That is removed from that particular, so it will be free.
Okay, then it can be
So
allocated.
then we can use for the another user.
Okay.
So this is from the pool. System has a pool. From that pool, if the number is free, that will be assigned to any user.
Okay.
So I will start from this one. So how to get super user access? So have you knowledge about the super user? Who is the super user in Linux?
Sir, root user.
That is. So super user in the Linux, that is root. But I want to become this particular user as a super user, this one, M user 1. So what I will do? I want to become this particular user as a super user. So what is the functionality that you use to change any regular user as a super user? And how to provide this permission? So in system, the super user, that is always root. If I want to provide the permission on any user as a super user, So we can use these three concepts, that is SU concept, that is pseudo concept, that is policy kit concept. But in this we will discuss only this one. So this one is the tool that is used to provide the permission. So by using sudo command, by using sudo utility, we can provide temporary super user privilege on any user. So when the user run the command, at that time that command will run through the super user. So we can provide permission on any regular user. So by using sudo command, so we use how to use the sudo, how to provide the permission to use the sudo command. So I will show you. Suppose this is my user and I want to change my password. So we can change, but I want to change the another user password. So I cannot change, but I want to change. So we can provide the super user access for that particular users. Like, see here. We have a user that is M user1, and I want to create a user also. This user want to create a user. Can we create this? But at this time, this command will not be performed by this particular user because this is an administrative command. See here, this is user1. This user want to create this one. So what the message will be displayed on the screen? There is an error. Error about? That is permission denied. Because at this time this user is not a super user. So this user have no access to this particular file. Because this file is logged for this particular user. This user have no rights to open this particular file. So it cannot change, it cannot add anything in this particular file. So this user have no access, or we can say that this user have no permissions to run this particular command. And suppose I'm using here sudo also, because I know that by using the sudo command we can perform any command. The command will be performed as a super user. So I'm trying to do this. So at this time this will tell you to type the password of this particular user. So I have the password, then I will type. So I will type the password, but see here, this will show me error message. M user1 is not in the sudoers file. This is the file in which we give any entry of any user, that user will become as a super user. So this is your sudoers file, super users do. So this incident will be reported. If I add any user in this particular file, and we can add any user in, we have two things. If we add any user in this particular group, this one, so this user will become a super user, any user. And if I add any user to this particular file, that is cd/etc sudoers, then that user will also become a super user. So we have two things, this one and this one. Suppose I will ask in Windows, I have created a new user and I want this user will become a super user. So what you will do in Windows also? Tell me. In Windows, I will show this one also, which, see here. I will show you just example also. Suppose I am creating a user. This is my a user Vijay. I have created this user and I am creating also another user Rahul also. I have created two user here, that is Vijay and Rahul. So can you tell me these users are the super user? Vijay, tell me. And these part of which particular group? Can you tell me? If you have any knowledge regarding this in Windows, same this concept will be applied on Linux also. So if this will be a part of users group. By default, this is a group and all the users will become part of this particular group.
User group.
If I want to add this particular user in a super user, in an administrative user, so this is the administrative group. Then this one, this is the administrators. If I am adding any user in this group, that user will become a pseudo user. It means administrative user. Suppose I am adding this user in a administrators group, then this can perform any command in the system because this user will become a super user. This one. So this user can perform any task. So this is the concept, adding a user in a super administrative group. Just same way I can use in Linux also. So in Linux, if I am adding any user in this particular group, so this is the administrative group, and we have also a file because in Linux everything is file. So we can add the entry manually also. So this is a file. If I am adding any user in this group, this user, that user will become as a super user. So your theoretical concept will complete, then I will start the practical part. So any doubt till here? Okay, then so I will start this one first. So Rahul, tell me what is the command to add a user in a group? Which one command? Can you tell me?
Sir, user mode.
Sure, that is user mode. And which option we will use? That is capital G or small g? Which option?
Sir, capital G.
Capital G. Vijay, that is capital G or simple G?
Capital G.
Okay. So for adding, because this is also a secondary group, this is not a primary group. And I want to add the user, this user, in this group also. So -G in a capital. What is the group name? This is my group name. So type here, which is the user? This is my user. Paste here. Then C. But for doing this particular task, we should have a member of root. This can be performed by the root, not this particular user. So this command will not perform. So it will show me an error. Then again, I type this, then C here, SU-M user1, this one, C, groups, check. I am a part of this particular user. Then type ID command also. I am a part of this command. This number always be same on any Linux system, that is 10. This also same, not changed, always. And see here, at this time I am using this command again, this one, that I am trying earlier. So it will ask me the sudo password. It means my own password. First time. Second time, this will not ask. On first time, this will ask the sudo password. So this is my sudo password. It means my own password. So my own password I have typed here. Then check. This user will be created. etc passwd. So this is the concept by which we can add any user in a super administrative group, in a super user. So we can provide the permission as a super user. It means any administrative command is performed by this particular user, because this is a administrative command. This is not a simple command that is performed by the normal user. So any administrative command, it can be user add, group add, fdisk, passwd, any command it can perform. It can change the password of another user also. So any administrative command will be performed by this particular user. So clear
Sir,
regarding the wheel group.
sir, the thing is this: the wheel is automatically built in the Linux, or we have to make the
That
file?
is already created in your system, just like the administrators group that is already created in Windows also. So wheels is a group that is pre-created when we install Linux machine, Linux operating system.
Okay, okay, okay.
Then I will see the another concept, that is okay. So first wheel is completed, then we use a user, another user in etc sudo, the username is muser2, this one. See here, when we use su hyphen this one, then check, we use user add user2. So at this time this has no permission. If I am using sudo in the front of the command, so this command will be performed by the super user. So I will type the password. So this will show me the same message again, because at this time this user is not a part of this particular file. If I am using I am put this particular user in this particular file, that this user will become as a super user. It means it can perform this particular command. Then, so for editing, for any types of editing, we use which particular command? Vim command. That is Vim command. So Vim is a command to add any user, to edit any file, not user, any file. So my file is etc sudoers, this one. Then open this particular file by using any editor. It can be vi editor, it can be nano editor, it can be vim editor, any editor you can use. But this will show me a message that is permission denied, because at this time we are login through this particular user. So this user have no rights. It have right also, but if we add sudo command in the front of Vim, so it can perform this one. But I will perform by root user only. This user can also perform this command, because this is also a super administrative access. So type colon here and 100. So this is line number 100. So go to the line number this one and press YY here, YY, 2 times Y, then again P. So this line will be copied and paste below the root line and change the name. You can write it manually and you can use the copy command. So for which particular user? Suppose I am creating a new user. The username is Anil and I want to assign the permission for this particular user as a super user access. So it can perform all commands from any location. It can be locally, it can be a remote location. So what is the concept of this particular line? Allow root user. Same for this user. Run any command. It can perform run any. All means or any command. Anywhere. It means the location will be a remote location. The location will be a local. It means local login and remote login. It can be anything. See here. This one, networking, software, services, storage. So we can provide all means all. Then save this particular file. This one. Then check. I am creating a user. The username is Anil. Anil already exists. Cat / etc pass wd anil Anil. Sorry, grep. Okay. So this is the login name. So I will change the name here. So that is KUMAR, this one. Now see, SU hyphen, give the name, then perform any command, any administrative command. That is NN user1. Not perform. If I am using here sudo, then type the sudo password. The first time it will ask you. Then type the password. So this is showing me an error again. Then again type password because I am not providing the password for this user. So this command will not work. So for this, the credential will be complete because I am creating this user but not giving the password. So password is mandatory for this particular command. If this has blank password, it can't be login. It can't perform that command. Suppose if you just enter, not will work. It means this user will be created cat / etc passwd. See here, that is NN user1. Suppose if I am creating user2 again, this will not the password, sudo password again. This one, you can check. This will not ask for the password. First time it will ask the password. We can also disable this particular functionality. On first time, it will not ask you for the sudo password if you have some changes. So till now, any doubt regarding the wheel group? and regarding to add any user in etc sudoers file.
Sir, sudoers is a file
Sudoers is a file.
and wheel is a group.
Yes, this is a file. In this file, if we add any user, that user will become as a super administrative user, or he can perform the super administrative commands, any super administrative commands. Suppose if you want, it will not perform all the commands, but some commands. So we can also provide the to perform some command also and all the command also. We have a lot of options in this particular file, but at that this time I am providing you some information, but it has a lot of information. We can change more and more things in this file. So till now, any doubt? Then I will perform some other options also in sudoers file. So is there any doubt? Okay. So I will start the new one concept also, that is this one, that is also regarding to sudoers file also. In sudoers file, what are the other changes that we can perform? Suppose,
Sir,
yes,
excuse me, sir, the one is that the sudoers is also, the file is already created in self-created.
that is already created. When
Okay.
we install OS, some files that is predefined, but
Okay.
some files when we install the package, that file will create, but this is the file that is already created.
Okay, sudoers and wheel both are created
Yes,
already.
that is already created in all Linux machines.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Suppose I will tell you one more thing. See here, this user, I am performing this particular administrative command. I am creating group 1, not created, but if I use this one, so this will be group, this group will be created, because it can perform all administrative commands. But at this time I am using these two commands, user add and the username is user1. It will also perform, he can perform this command also, this command also, but I want only this command will be performed by this user, not all the commands, only this one. So we can also specify this particular command. How can you specify? Give this particular information. Suppose this one, if I am adding this particular file on that particular sudoers file, then this particular command will be performed by this particular user. So to specify, we should give it the entry in that file. So I will show you this one also. This have some example also. See here, this user can perform all, but regarding which one? This particular. So these are the file name. This is your command. This is also the command. So we can provide the specialization also. So I will give the information which particular command it will perform. So WHICH OUP group add. Copy this particular command, paste here. So this user can perform only this particular group add command, not for all the commands. Then write and quit. Then see here. SU hyphen Anil Kumar. When we perform this particular command, user2 sudo, then password again, what it will show you? Check that I'm saying. That is right. So at this time, this will show an error. Sorry, user, for this particular user is not allowed to execute this particular command, because at this time you have no permission to use all the commands as a super user. On which particular machine? This one machine. So it will show me the all error clearly. So you can understand what is the reason behind this. Suppose if I am using this particular command and give the name here for the group, type the password again, so this command will work, because I provide only to create the group, not for to use all the commands. So in a company, we can provide different permissions for different users to perform a specific command or number of commands also, and for all the command also. So this is the concept regarding to add a specific permission for a specific user. So he can perform how many commands in the system. Okay. So Vijay, I think most of the doubts has been clear.
If I have doubt, I will ask by the end, sir. If I have a doubt, I will.
But your voice is come and some not clearly. So I am not understand what you are saying.
If I have doubt, I will ask by end, sir.
So can you type the in a text so I can understand well in a chat box what you are saying and what you want to ask?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, sudo provides all the permission.
Yes, yes. Sudo can provide by default all the permissions.
And which command only provide the limit? Which
Okay,
command
okay,
only
okay, Vijay. I will
limited?
provide. I will give you answer of all your doubts. Okay. No doubt. You can ask at the end of the session. So Rahul, what you are asking?
Sir, I am asking that which is only for a limited permission.
Yes, you can provide the limited access and you can provide the whole access also.
Whole access from sudo and limited access from which?
This one. If you use here all, it means all access for all the commands. What it will show you? Any command. All means
All means entire.
entire. Any command. It
Yes,
can
sir.
be user add, it can be group add, it can be fdays, it can be passwd. Any administrative command. The command that contain in has-been location. Any command that contain in has-been location that can be performed by this particular user. If I put here this option, at this time we put here this particular command, so this user can perform only this particular command, not for all the commands. So
Okay,
maybe
sir.
this is clear. So
Yes, sir.
see some other option here. suppose if I have a group and I want to provide the permission for the number of users, so we add Anil, then again Rahul, then again Vijay, so it will take more time. If I have a group, so you can add the group also, allow people in a group wheel to run all commands. So this is the default administrative group. If I have a group also, and in that group we have a user also, so we can also add the individual group also, like this. If I have a group 01, and in this group we have a number of users, so type here all, again all, then note this, this one. So percentile mandatory for this. So we can also group name also here, same percentile, then group of the name. So any user belonging to this particular group can perform all the commands in this system. So this is the concept, and this is the another concept. This is for the pseudo password. If I want this user will not perform, any user will not perform the password when perform the command, so we can use this particular option. I will show you. Suppose I will see here YY and P. I am creating a new user. I will create a new user. The username is Vijay, Vijay, and I want to perform all the commands. So type here ALL all, and in front of all type this one option. So copy this option, this all option here, then paste here, this one. So this user from any location perform any command, and it will not required for the pseudo password. If I place this particular option, so this will not ask no password, means not ask for the pseudo password. I will show you. Then save this particular, then su su hyphen jy Vijay. Okay, Vijay is not in my system. Vijay, create this user, give the password for this user, passwd, then again log in that user. So sudo user add, and we want to create uu1. So this will not ask for the sudo password because of we have given a entry no passwd. So that option will use. So when you perform first time any command and anytime any command, it will not ask for the sudo password. So that is the option for the sudo. So I think this option will be complete. And any doubt here? Rahul, any doubt?
Please show me again, because I did not understand the no password one.
No password means, see here, this one. See here, right? Read this one.
Same thing, without a password.
Without a password, it means without the pseudo password. If I place this particular option, it will not ask for my own password again, like this one, this. So what it will ask for you?
Pseudo
This
password for
password, my own password. When we perform this particular command, it will ask me for my own password again, again and again. See here, again for the sudo password. So I do not want this one. It will ask me my own password again and again. So what I will do, we can place this particular option in front of all. Clear?
Okay.
So without a password, we can perform any command. So we don't need to enter my own password again and again.
So, sir, we have to write every time when in this.
Yes,
In
this
this.
option is mandatory. If you write this particular option in front of all option, so this will check. This will ask for password, but this time this show me this particular option. Then again check.
Yes, sir. So we have to mention in Vim under Vim/etc in that command.
Suppose when you give the password sudo password, it will keep this entry in the
It keeps a
its main
record.
location. So this password will saved for some particular specific time. When you log in again, then it will ask for sudo password again, because it keep the entry for some times, not for a long time.
So if we keep the system on for like 12 hours and we are keep on working on under that, so it will not ask
It will
every
again
time.
ask. It
It
will
will ask.
ask you. It will ask you again. I will show how much time the sudo password save the entry. I forget the specific time. I will show you. For some time it will save the password in the memory for some times. Then after then,
It will again ask.
yes. I will tell you after.
Okay, sir, no problem.
When first I will check this, how much time it will save the entry of the password.
So, sir, under that command where we save no password, it get deleted automatically, or it we have
No,
to
no, no. It is not. It only one time you should give the entry. Only
Okay,
one time, not again and again. Only one time. In any particular file, you should give the entry only one time.
okay, sir.
I will check this one. It will ask you for own password for authentication, not the password of the account that trying to access. Run as root, need to know the root password, but this is not. Allow specific user to run any command, and some users, I will show you, not this one. This is the group to provide the administrative access by default. But that is not work in a RHL 7. This is also in RHL 7, if you add any user in this particular group, that is not work as an administrative. So read these all. Your original book has lot of information.
Okay, sir. I will find it, sir. If I don't find, I will ask you again.
Yes, yes, yes. I will show this option also again. Multiple invest at same time. You can also use this entry also. You can create its own entry also in this particular location, this one. Separate. Convenient to simple enable sudo directly remove. Okay, no issue. It has no
Fine.
information regarding this.
It's
But I
fine.
will tell you, it has some specific time, duration. See here, I have typed the password also, but it will again ask for the pseudo password. But I have used by using this particular. It's not a long time. It is small time, but it will ask again for this one. M user 1. Type this command again for this particular user. It will again ask, check. But I forget the time. What is the time that it will store the entry in the memory for a specific time? I forget that time, but I will tell you when I will check. Okay,
sir.
Rahul?
Okay, sir.
So I will move to the next one. So these all concept will be cleared. Getting interactive shell. See, suppose I have completed this also, I have completed this one also, and this one also, and this also. These all concept will be completed. So I will show you one more thing. suppose at this time you are using any command. Suppose by this user you are using this particular command, you again and again type this particular option, but you do not want, sir, I am write sudo again and for every command. So you want to remove this particular option for any command. So what you will do, suppose you are using at this time this sudo in front of any command and I want to remove this option. So what I will do, suppose again we create two user, again type, but I want this as this and I create the user. So you can use sudo -i. I means you will interactively log in by the super user. It means by the root user. This one, see here. Because at this time we have no password for this particular root group, root user. But by this particular command we log in to that user and you can perform any command without this one. So this command is performed by root user in an interactive mode. So this is called interactive login information. So by using this one, mostly we use this option also. See here, what is the use of this one? Sudo -i. So you can use sudo su. This is also same, and sudo -i. I means interactively login. So this command will be performed by root user. Suppose what is the meaning of this particular command? This command is not performed by this user. This command is performed by super user. It means root user in a background. In background, which user will perform this command? I will show you. So this is, I am creating a directory dd1. Why? Which particular user? Root user. So ls-l d/dd1. See, which user create this particular directory? Root, and root is a group owner. Now move. Again, type this particular command. See, and I am using sudo. Okay. dd2. Check. ls-ld and not all, only this one, dd2. Who is created this particular directory? Root. What I am saying you, this one, I have typed which command? mkdir. By which particular user? This user. But it will show me the root is created this particular command, because when we type this one, what is the meaning of this particular sudo? Sudo means super user. Who is the super user in Linux? Root. So this command will perform by root user. When we run the command at that particular command, this command will work as a root user, not by this particular user. When we use this command like this, so this will be performed by this user. See here. So who will create this particular directory? This one. So have you understand what I am saying?
Sir, it means sir ki under M user root is working backgroundly to creating the directory.
Yes. Suppose when we put this particular command in front of any command, it can be mkdir, it can be user add, it can be group add, it can be passwd. The command is performed as a root user. So this is a small thing. So that command will perform by root user, any command. Clear?
Yes, sir.
When we run any command, suppose I am type this particular command and before this we use sudo. So then this command will be performed by which user? This user. So I think you have understand well about this. So what I am saying, what is the purpose to use the sudo? So if you read all the lines of your original book, so you can understand all the things well. So read this one, from this to this, you can understand this all. So read the book to clear your theoretical concept, because it has lot of information regarding users, groups, sudo. So these all concepts will be cleared. Then I will move to the next one, that is managing local groups. So what is group? Group is a collection of one and more users. So we have some options like what is the use of -g, what is the use of -r. So these concept will remain. So this is this one. This is that I will. So this is the user ID information that contain in RHEL 6. In RHEL 7, that is up to 499. You can use this. So now I will tell you about what is group. So tell me, what is group? Group is a collection of users. So when we create any group, it can have the information, number of users. So to apply the permission to perform any particular task by number of users, so we can create group to perform that work. So what is the command that is used to create the group? That is group add. And we want to modify this group mode. And I want to delete the group, that is group del. This thing same for the user add. Suppose we want to delete any user. So what is user del? And which user you want to delete? I want to delete this particular user. So this user will be deleted, but not for any regular user, by the super user. So this user will be deleted. And I want to delete this user permanently. It means the user account also and the home directory also. See here, I have deleted this user, but check this. In home directory, it have the information in home directory. The account is deleted, but database will remain. So if you have take this particular data backup, then you can remove the database also. So this command will delete the account information, not for the database. If you want to delete the database, so you can use, suppose we have another user that is UU1, this one, and I want to remove this permanently, the account also and the database also. We can use -r option. So see here, so this database and account information will be deleted. So this is all about user add, user del, and user mode. Then we will start this particular thing. Where is this one? So I have also completed this command. I will complete this one and this one. So we want to create a group. The command is group add, then give the name of the group. Suppose this is my group name and I want to create this particular group. This group will be created. Suppose if you want to provide the group ID separately, then what you will do? So you can use these concepts. Suppose if you want to provide the group ID for this particular user separately, so you can use -G option here. Here G means not a primary group. This is this option for the group ID. So different commands have different option, have the different meaning. Here the meaning is different. With the user mode the meaning is different, not the same meaning, but option is same. So we can provide the group ID. So if we are creating a group, -G option, and you want to provide the group ID, that is 6000. For which particular account, which particular group? That is Windows group. I want to create a group that is Windows group, but it is already created. So type here new. So this group will be created. You can check cat/etc group. In this we want to grab only information about this particular user. So this group will be created by this particular ID. So this is the command. And if you want to create a system group like this one for the system account, and you want to create the system account also, so you can use -R option. For the service purpose, it means for NTP, it means for the NFS, Samba, HTTP, any service to provide the credential, you can use this particular group. So I will create a new group, give the ID. You can also provide the ID also, and you can also use -R. You can use multiple options at the same time. So at this time R means system account. So give new name Linux, this one, check. You can see this one, but if you not given this particular ID here, so what is the difference? Suppose that is non-Windows, non-Windows. So check. You can see this. The ID is below 999 because this is my system account. If I provide the ID manually, the ID will change also. If I am not using this particular option, the ID will always remain below the 999. So this is the concept regarding the service account, service group account. So it's called service group account. So all the IDs information contained in this particular file, we can check what is the ID. We can also change the ID from this particular file. So this is the file that contain all the information regarding the user ID, group ID. You can see vim/etc login.defs, login.defs. This is the file. This contain all the information. So this is the maximum days, minimum days information, user ID that is started, maximum ID up to 60,000, or we can say that 65K also. So this one, minimum ID 201, maximum ID 999. So this is for the system account. So this is the ID. This is by default. So this is the default value that contained in this particular default created file. This is the file. So this is all about the system account. So this will be complete. Hello, Rahul.
Yes, sir.
So any doubt?
No, sir.
Then these all concept will be completed. This also completed. Then we will move to this one. I will take a small break for 2 and 3 minutes. Then we will start this particular part, this one.
Okay, sir.
Because Vijay is not in the session. He sent me message or not? Okay, he has an issue of internet. So he sent me a message.
Okay, sir.
Then
Sir,
I will take a 4 to 5 minute break. Then maybe he will come.
okay, sir. Let's take break. I have one question is there, so I will ask you then.